morning from Look North. We're at the Tramlines Festival in Sheffield. On the programme tonight,
welcome to Tramlines!
With headline acts including Paolo Nutini, today's event is sold out with just a few tickets left for what's promising to be a great 3 days.
There's such a big part of Sheffield culture, music. It's something that's always been a part of our city, so I really like coming here whenever I can. I'm really looking forward to see the charlatans.
But it's not just Sheffield rocking this weekend. With music and comedy events across the region, Yorkshire is alive with the sound of music.
Also tonight, the Olympic Games are about to get underway in Paris. So, who are the runners and riders from our part of the world that might bring home a little bit of golden ooh-la-la?
And it's been a pretty decent day today. Sunday looks like the better day of the weekend. I'll be back at the end of the programme with all the details and a look ahead into next week.
Hello and a very warm welcome from Hillsborough Park here in Sheffield. We're right by the main stage. You can hear Sophie Ellis-Bextor on the stage right now. Well, over the next 3 days, more than 100,000 people will pass through those gates to enjoy the music, the comedy and everything that Tramlines 2024 has to offer. The weather has been kind, the sun has been shining all afternoon. Now here's Phil Bodmer with the sights and sounds of the day.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's South Yorkshire's biggest live music event, with a reputation for attracting some of the biggest names to Sheffield's Hillsborough Park. Among artists taking to the stage this weekend, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Paolo Nutini, and Snow Patrol. Local legends, the Human League, will close the festival on Sunday. Over 100,000 visitors are expected over the next 3 days.
So we're local, we're from Barnsley, and we just like it's always a really nice crowd, great bands, great setup, easy to get to, you don't have to camp, which is a winner when you're 32 and you're a bit past it.
Well, Soft plays on later, and I know they had a name change recently and I didn't realise that until they were on lineup. So when I found that out, I've been looking forward to seeing them since, well, lineup come out.
It's great, yeah, really impressed by it. They've done a really good job.
Have you been to Tramlines before?
No, first time. Hopefully the first of many.
Oh yeah? What do you make of it so far then?
It's good. Look at the people, look at the sun. It's a good day, it's going to be a good time.
For Sheffield-born singer Pippa Crossland, this is her Tramlines debut.
It feels so lovely, and I feel like I've really been welcomed back. Everyone I've met today is just, it's like taking a little piece of home, and it's just amazing to be here for my first festival. I'm incredibly excited.
It's not just Sheffield in the spotlight. The first live at Kirkstall Abbey is also getting underway this weekend. Ska pop masters Madness and the Pigeon Detectives will top the bill in Leeds.
I've walked my dog through these grounds many a time, so I never quite expected to play a gig here, but it looks like a good setup.
York Racecourse is also hosting the Kaiser Chiefs tonight and S Club on Saturday as part of the Music Showcase weekend.
Well, it may surprise you to know that this is my first time at Tramlines, but I have to say the atmosphere is absolutely buzzing. And it just goes to prove, no matter how young or old you are, there's nothing to beat live music. Something I think worth raising a glass or perhaps a cup to. Cheers.
If music be the food of love, it seems this lot are quite happy to play on. Phil Bodmer, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
Oh, doesn't that ice cream look absolutely delicious? Now, earlier this year, Tramlines was granted a licence to stay here for the next 5 years. Earlier, I spoke to Operations Director Tim Cleesby about his plans for the future and how he felt about today.
Very excited. You know, it's a lot of hard work to get to this point. And once we've opened the gates and let everyone in, it's kind of like there's a huge amount of expectation, and to see everything working and everything operating and everyone in and having a good time, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's just great to have everyone here.
Now, this is months in the planning. Just tell me a little bit about what goes into producing something like this.
It's a huge endeavour. You know, we start, like for next year, we've already started. So we're talking to artists. We're already looking at what we do and making sure that there's...
And you have a licence for another 5 years. What kind of things have you got in the pipeline for the future?
Well, we're always trying to find new things. We're always trying to, you know, make it better. We're always trying to look for ways where we can give the audience something more than just music. You know, the festival's great for music, but we like the other bits. So the bits that are unexpected, the bits where you come and you go, oh, I didn't know they did that. You know, extra food bits, you know, loads of stuff.
And you work with the local community as well, don't you? That's really important.
It's important for an event like ours to be part of the community and to do their bit. We want to make sure that we're trying to support the businesses as best we can, so we've brought them in this year. We're also doing the Hillsborough hotspots. You know, we're trying to tell everyone about Hillsborough because it's our home and we love it.
And you were here from the very beginning. Just briefly, how does it feel to see it's grown so much?
It's incredible. You know, when we started on Devonshire Green in 2009, it's amazing to see where it's come to and that growth, and to follow it, you know, as I have done, and to be part of it is a real privilege.
Well, we'll have plenty more from the festival, including a very special guest. But for now, Tom, it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Let's take a look at some of the other stories which are coming into the Look North newsroom now. The road which saw 6 people die in a crash on the border of Wakefield and Barnsley has reopened after being closed for almost 5 days. 4 adults and 2 children were killed when a car and a motorbike crashed on the A61 Wakefield Road on Sunday. A man arrested on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving has been released on bail. Police reopened the road this afternoon. A murder investigation is underway in South Yorkshire after a man's body was found in the River Don. A 1-kilometre stretch of the river in Mexborough has been cordoned off. Emergency services were called to the area yesterday afternoon and the 82-year-old victim was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 men, aged 30 and 32, have been arrested on suspicion of murder. A 4th teenage boy has been arrested following a violent incident in Harrogate earlier this week. North Yorkshire Police were called to Nid Viaduct where they found a 17-year-old with cuts and bruises. He was taken to hospital for treatment on injuries that police say were not life-threatening. 4 boys, 3 aged 17 and 1 aged 15, have now been arrested in connection with the incident and remain in custody while investigations continue. Now, there's just an hour to go until the Olympic ceremony opens in France. Dozens of athletes from our region are getting ready to take part over the next 2 weeks. There'll be 40 sporting stars from Yorkshire and the North Midlands in action. They will be competing for Team GB in events ranging from athletics and swimming to the newer sports like climbing. Andy Howard now reports for us from Paris.
Well, weather-wise, I'm sure it's not quite the day that Paris dreamed of for this opening ceremony, a grey affair in the capital. But later on, this area will be full of colour as the opening ceremony boats, 200 of them, will pass through these bridges on their 4-mile trip to the Eiffel Tower that you can see in the background. There will be 100,000 people or more lining the banks of the Seine. You can see they've got grandstands either side and on some of the bridges themselves. The security operation is very, very tight. There are military and police either side of the river, and the lockdown area goes back several streets each side. We will, of course, be looking out for our Yorkshire athletes, not only tonight, but when the games begin proper over the weekend. Here are some to watch out for. Sheffield's Yasmin Harper competes in the diving with partner Scarlett Mew Jensen. They're a new partnership, but they've already picked up medals at the last 2 World Championships. On Sunday, attention turns to the pool with York's James Wilby. He's in the 100-metre breaststroke.
Looking at the team as a whole, big picture, 30 athletes, it's really important that we have our best foot as a country forward, and so yeah, as a collective team effort, I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, competition's always a fun thing.
Max Litchfield from Pontefract is in the 400-metre individual medley, and on Monday Tom Pidcock has his first race of the games, and it's his favourite, the mountain bike. We'll follow all of their journeys, not just down the Seine tonight, but throughout the games. Andy Howard, BBC Look North in Paris.
Can't wait to watch the opening ceremony. Good luck, of course, to all our athletes. Stay tuned on Look North. We will make sure we bring you all the reaction and let you know who's doing well, and fingers crossed for some gold medals. Let's go back to Tramlines in Sheffield now. It's the festival which marks the start of summer in this part of the world. We've already had Sophie Ellis-Bextor on stage in Sheffield, and here's our Sophie Ellis-Bextor tribute act. It's Amanda.
Thank you, Tom. Well, of course, Tramlines is rooted in the local community here in Sheffield, and it's not just about the music. Our reporter Beth Parsons can tell us more.
Just opposite the library stage, you will find Little Hillsborough, where for the second time, local businesses are being invited to sell their wares inside the festival gates. Let's go and see if they're ready for some extra customers.
It's awesome because we get to be here and enjoy the festival and make sales too.
Are you a festival fan regardless?
I'd be here anyway.
Would you?
Yeah.
It's very special as a local business to be asked to come in and have the opportunity to kind of widen the reach of who our customer base is, and also show people what Hillsborough has and how brilliant it is.
All I ever wanted was for Tramlines to show that they care about local businesses, and last year and this year giving us the opportunity to be in here, that's great for me. I'm definitely expecting the earrings to be the best seller.
It's not only local businesses that get a slice of the Tramlines pie either. More than £200,000 has been raised for charity since 2018. A lot of the local residents get free tickets. And when it comes to the littlest festival goers, well, they're very welcome too.
Welcome to Tramlines!
I think I'm going to see Paolo on stage.
Are you a big fan?
Yeah.
My favourite thing is all the songs.
I get to sing.
Like, there's kind of fair things here that I did my hair earlier. Yeah, it's just fun.
I'm trying to juggle, but it's very hard because it's just slippy and it kind of hurts when it hits your hand.
It's a wild ride for everybody here at Tramlines. Red Parsons, BBC Look North, Sheffield!
Now, I think it's fair to say that we have saved the very best till last, because tonight we are in the company of former soap royalty in the form of Barry from EastEnders. But that part of his life is history, isn't it? That's a whole new career change.
I don't know what to say about that.
Barry is still featuring in the future of your plans.
He's still hanging on.
He's still there.
Meeting a murky end in the Scottish Highlands in whenever it was 2004.
I remember it well.
Yeah, he's still going, bless him.
He's still there in the ocean somewhere.
Still hanging on.
Tell us a little bit about Barry.
So this started just before lockdown, and we only managed to do about 2 or 3 gigs, you know, before it all went a bit Pete Tong, obviously, and then obviously COVID was COVID, as we all know. I won't mention that, the C word. And then afterwards, I think there was this thirst for live entertainment, and people just tended to, you know, they showed up, they were vociferous, they were up for it, and we thought, well, this is great, we'll just keep going, and I think we celebrate our 5th birthday this weekend.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, you're now filling venues up and down the land. How does it feel to be out live with the audience?
It feels mad. This should firmly be the autumn of my career, and this is wonderful sort of late summer, you know. I'm not taking it for granted. It's absolutely fantastic, and I appreciate everyone who can bother to turn up for it, and they all seem to have a good time and go away with smiles on their faces. That's all I care about, really.
And can you give us a little taste of what's going to be on the stage tonight?
There's got to be a bit of Mustang Sally, bit of something inside so strong. Basically, anything that can get people going, anything they can sing along to. Sweet Caroline, even though we've had a lot of that with the football, it keeps coming back up. Chelsea Dagger. You know, anything that people, you know, anything that gets people going and bouncing up and down.
Sounds absolutely fantastic, and you must have seen so many changes. It's not your first time here, is it?
No, it's the 4th year now. 4 years, and it just gets better and better. I love this place. My daughter went to uni here, so I know it well. I've done panto here. You know.
Still doing acting then?
Yeah. I can't hang up the old hook just yet.
No, never. We love you. You're a national treasure. Well, best of luck tonight. I think you're going to be absolutely fantastic. The crowd are fantastic, as we've been seeing tonight. They're all warmed up. Sophie's just warmed them up for you.
Sophie Ellis-Bextor was my warm-up act, and I think I'm on at the same time as Paolo Nacini, so I'll do my best.
Watch this space. Keely, back to you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Let's have a little look at some of the pictures that we've had coming in over the last 24 hours or so, because we'll get onto the forecast for Tramlines in just a moment. The first picture is of Whitby, of course. You can see the Abbey in the background there, and we've had broken clouds, some sunshine through today. In the second picture, you can see a little bit more sunshine with some cumulus clouds there in the background. One or two of them have been producing some showers today, but in the most part, it has been dry and it has been a pretty decent day. You can keep your pictures coming into the Weather Watchers page, and we're also on social media as well, and I suspect there'll be lots of pictures to come over the next few days, because we have got some pleasant weather to come, particularly from Sunday onwards. Sunday onwards, it looks like it's going to be dry and fine with a good deal of sunshine, and into the early part of next week as well. Tomorrow for the Tramlines Festival, take your cagoule, take your brolly if it's cool enough to do so, because there could be one or two sharp showers around. And that's really the case right across Yorkshire and North Derbyshire. We've got some spells of sunshine through tomorrow, but a scattering of showers as well. And the showers could be heavy and thundery. I think they'll be most widespread around the middle part of the day, and then they'll tend to become a bit more hit and miss through the afternoon. So high pressure trying to build in. We'll have a little feature bringing those showers tomorrow, and then a ridge of high pressure on Sunday. That high pressure pushes in and establishes itself for a short while, for Monday and Tuesday at least, with temperatures in the low 20s, getting up to 23 or 24 degrees. And then it looks like we'll have a bit of a breakdown into Wednesday with some showers or longer spells of rain, but we could well keep the temperatures. So we had more cloud this afternoon compared with this morning, but I think if anything, now we're losing the heat of the day, we'll start to see any showers fading away. There's not been very many of them, but any showers fading away, the cloud will melt away and it'll be fine for most of the night. Later in the night, a bit more cloud spreading in to western and northern parts, but most places starting tomorrow morning with some sunshine. Temperatures down to around 9 or 10 degrees. Let's have a quick look at those high water times then. At 9 minutes past 9 in Scarborough, and at just before 9:30 in Bridlington. So most of us will start the weekend with some sunshine. The cloud will bubble up. We will see sunshine developing. You can see a scattering of showers, quite widespread, I think, around the middle part of the day, becoming a bit more hit and miss as the afternoon wears on. There'll be some sunshine in between those showers and just a light breeze. One or two of those showers could be heavy. There could even be the odd rumble of thunder, and temperatures perhaps a touch cooler than today, but still getting up to around 18 or 19 degrees. Into tomorrow evening then, again, as we lose the heat of the day, I think we'll lose those showers. We'll see a little bit more in the way of sunshine. Tomorrow evening really could develop into quite pleasant with plenty of sunshine. And then as we move into Sunday, it's going to be a fine night into Sunday. Sunday itself, there'll be plenty of sunshine to start the day. I suspect through the day we'll see some patchy cloud developing, but further spells of sunshine, and it does look dry, and it will feel warm as well, with temperatures reaching around 24 degrees. High pressure dominates into the early part of next week, fine and dry with some spells of sunshine. From about Wednesday onwards, we will start to see low pressure starting to take over, remaining warm, but with the risk of showers. Amanda.
Well, what a day it's been, and just take a look at the crowds around us. It's estimated that around 40,000 people are crammed into that field over there and across the whole site, soaking up the atmosphere and enjoying this amazing weather. I have to say, the sun has been shining all day and the crews here have absolutely loved it, because so many times we have to do these outside broadcasts in the pouring rain. That's it from us. Paolo Nutini will be headlining this evening, but from all the team here at Look North, have a fabulous weekend. And do take care. Goodbye.